Greetings again. Thanks for joining us here at Admiralty's in beautiful White Bear Lake. This is the Rush Club, powered by your boat club with 70 boats on 7 gorgeous lakes. We've got an awesome show for you this week, just packed full of adrenaline, so be sure you sit back and enjoy the rush. Today I'm here with Launchin' Levi, who is absolutely an outdoor enthusiast. Levi, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing awesome.
Good. We are so happy to be here and talking with you because you're an absolute snowcross celebrity. So you got to tell us about what you've been doing these last few years and up till then.
Oh gosh, the last few years have been crazy for me. You know, I went to Red Bull originally, and I was like, hey, what do you think about doing a distance jump? You know, I'd love to try one sometime. Can we put something together? A few months go by, and they say, you still want to do that distance jump? I'm like, yeah, for sure. And they're like, how about in San Diego? And I'm like, San Diego? I'm like, last I checked, there wasn't much snow there. They're like, well, you think you can do it? And I'm like, I think if we run like an AstroTurf setup, I think we can pull it off successfully. So that led us into practicing for it, and the first year was going really well. I was able to break the world record, went 361 feet in practice, and unfortunately I had a big crash and missed the big event that we were supposed to do on New Year's. So, and then after that, I was fortunate enough to have Red Bull invite me back to do it again the next year. But the next year we did it with Robbie Madison, fellow Red Bull athlete and dirt bike madman, and fortunately we successfully made it. So.
Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Longville, Minnesota, which is about 3.5 hours north of Minneapolis, and it's a small town. Our claim to fame is we are the turtle race capital of the world. So every Wednesday, shut down Main Street for a few hours and they race turtles. So it's pretty crazy. I know when I was a kid, I was a turtle vendor. My buddy's grandfather was on the golf course, so we'd go scoop up turtles out of the pond, and then you'd rent them. You rent them $3, and if they brought your turtle back, you'd give them $2 back. So it was pretty awesome.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so when you're not racing snowcross or turtles, for that matter, what do you do outside of around your free time?
In the summer, I absolutely love being out on the lake. I'm out there wakeboarding, we're tubing, we're skiing. I mean, just being out on the lake is so much fun in Minnesota. You know, the warm weather, you know, and just the atmosphere on the lake is so great. You can just see the people and their families just having fun, and absolutely love that. Also love riding dirt bikes, and you know, pretty much just taking advantage of the different seasons of Minnesota. The double backflip was crazy, you know. I learned how to do a single one, and we went to X Games first year. Never participated in freestyle, and I was able to go there and win my first X Games in freestyle, and I'm like, holy crap, that was awesome. So then I started kind of taking freestyle a little bit more serious, and I built a foam pit, and over the course of that summer I was like, gosh, I think if we made the ramp a little steeper, hit a little faster, I think double flip's possible. And it's easy to talk that way in the summer when you're not looking at a taller ramp, bigger one that's going to shoot you higher. So once we got into winter, I realized like, whoa, I might have bit off more than I could chew. So we started working on it, and eventually we got it close where, you know, it was coming close to coming around, and I was like, gosh, it's almost there. We made a few tweaks, and the day I was leaving for Aspen for X Games, I tried it that day at home, and I crashed. I shorted it a little bit, but I knew if I hit it a little faster, I would make it. So we packed up my ramp and my sled, and we went out to Aspen, and I tried it at the X Games, and I got both rotations, but unfortunately, the landing it didn't go to plan, so it's still an open book.
So are you going to the X Games this year?
I am. I'm going to the X Games and really excited about this upcoming X Games just because they brought back snowcross and speed and style. So now we're up to 4 snowmobile disciplines with freestyle, best trick, snowcross, freestyle. And I mean, it's so cool because I've been able to participate in all 4 of them, and the goal is to hopefully be able to participate in all 4 again. And I mean, gosh, to be in 4 disciplines with the best guys in the world. I mean, it's just an honor being there. So.
Talk a little bit about some of these injuries you've had in the last few years.
Last couple of years have been pretty rough on the body. I started off in summer of 09, I blew my heel out, blew it right out the bottom of my sock, so they pushed it back in there and all was good. So then I went back racing, and when they pushed it back in there, they made, what should be, let's say an egg, they made it into a square. So because it was a square, it was bouncing off my ankle, so then I chewed up all the cartilage in my ankle, so I had to have surgery a second summer in a row. And then they kind of fixed that, they got that better. And then I went and started my distance jump thing, and unfortunately I had my big distance jump crash in 2010, and I broke my pelvis, broke a bunch of ribs, collapsed both lungs, fractured 3 vertebrae, and knocked myself out. I don't remember 3 days, but I was talking after the first day or so. But that was a pretty good one. And then this last year, January, would have been like the second week in January, I broke my tibia practicing in the foam pit. So I've had a rough spell, but it's been 3 years in a row, and they say after three strikes you're out. I'm hoping I'm a new batter, so I get to start over.
Levi, thanks again so much for being here with us today. We will be sure to watch you this season at the X Games. Awesome. This is the Rush Club. You can learn more about us at the Rush Club by visiting our website. It's therushclub.com. We'll share upcoming events, our bios, and fun little facts about us. Hey, if you have a story suggestion, it's all at our fingertips, so let us know. We're also on Facebook, so friend us there too. Once again, we're at therushclub.com. What a rush! There's still more to come. You're watching The Rush Club.
There's no place you'd rather be than here. Your Boat Club gets you out on the water better and more affordably. You're in the driver's seat with Your Boat Club. 70 boats, 7 locations, no hassles. Your Boat Club gives you the ease of online reservations. So relax, entertain, fish, or ski.
I love the convenience that we can just pop out and go out for a little bit.
Say goodbye to costly upkeep, repairs, cleaning, and boat insurance. Your Boat Club is simply the smartest way to boat. It's all yours at Your Boat Club. We're Minnesota Inboard Water Sports. Our mission is simple: the best boats, superior service, making a customer for life. New or used, Minnesota Inboard has an amazing selection, a Metro and Northern Lake location. Family-owned Minnesota Inboard is proudly the Midwest's #1 dealer of direct drive inboards and the nation's top Malibu dealer. Only the latest water sports in our pro shop, and our service team is king. Enjoy the water like never before. The perfect boat awaits, soon to have a new Excelsior location at Minnesota Inboard.
I'm Alex. Welcome to Bill's Gun Shop and Range.
Here at Bill's, we're all about safety. Basic to advanced handgun training to personal protection and home defense. Bill's leads the novice to enthusiast in hunting, sport, or range shooting. Bill's Gun Shop offers a combined 120 years of instructor experience and the Midwest's top showroom and gunsmith guidance. Thousands of products, an expert sales team, and 2 convenient metro locations. And coming soon to Hudson, you'll find it at Bill's Gun Shop and Range.
Pro Power Sports is your one-stop shop for fun year-round. There's never been a better time to get out and play. Pro Power Sports and Marine has a great selection of all the top brands. Our service and support is always there for you, and we stand behind every sale. At Pro Power Sports and Marine, we love the outdoors just like you. New or used, ATV to snowmobile, dirt bike to boat, we'll capture your passion and you'll buy with confidence. And most importantly, have the time of your life. Serving you online 24 hours a day and from our Ramsey, Minnesota location. We're Pro Power Sports and Marine.
With the Rush Club. I'm here with Joe Duncan with Mystic Lubricants Terracross Championship here at Heydays in North Branch, Minnesota. Joe, can you please tell us a little bit about Terracross?
Well, Terracross is a very rough, tough, and muddy course that we throw side-by-sides, Polaris Razor stock XP 900s at, as well as quads and some freestyle guys. It's all in one show. It's a tight-knit racing package that's all filmed for TV and for great spectators like the 40,000 people out here at Heydays.
Terracross is taking off. Where all over the country is it happening?
Well, Terracross is based here out of the Midwest. We ran our first event at ERX Motor Park in Elk River, Minnesota. Our second event here at Heydays in North Branch, Minnesota, and now it's ready to branch out. Mystic Lubricants has stepped up along with Polaris, Fox Shocks, Maxxis Tires. They just come to the table and they now want to take this thing across the nation. We're looking at doing qualifiers on the East Coast and West Coast, and our main national events being based right out of here in the great Midwest, right where the Polaris headquarters and many other sponsors are from, and it's going to explode from here.
Tell us about the Razor XP 900 that I just rode around in.
Well, the Polaris XP 900 is what has pushed Polaris over the top. It's the side-by-side, two-passenger vehicle that anybody can drive. Nothing against you, but you could do it, I can do it, and anybody can go to a dealership, buy this stock machine, and come out here and race. These are stock machines with very few modifications, a little bit of safety modifications for our racing atmosphere with the Rough Tide for Money course. Other than that, we can take them off the showroom floor and go right to the racetrack.
So I just rode this. Can you tell me about next year, and is there a class for me?
Well, just so happens, we're expanding our classes of Terracross next year. Again, Mystic has stepped up and they want to see more racing action. We're adding a women's class, which you can jump right into. And again, a stock machine, very inexpensive, and we have sponsors to jump on board to send it. On top of that, we're taking care of the military and our wounded athletes. We're going to do a hero adaptive class. Paul Thacker, one of our top freestyle athletes who was injured in an accident, he's out here driving with hand controls now, and we are going to bring the wounded vets and wounded athletes to Terracross and expand the sport.
Great. Yeah, I met Paul Thacker last year when I was out here. He's a really great guy, and he has an amazing story, so I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, Paul's taken our sport to a new level. With his injury, he's actually done more and done bigger and better things, and now he's going to take Terracross right along with it. And don't kid yourself, the guy is fast in a razor.
So Joe, Mystic Lubricants Terracross is a part of Heydays. Can you tell us how big of a part of Heydays it's involved in?
Well, Mystic Lubricants Terracross Championship is a big part, but it's just a very, very, very small part of what actually is Heydays. The Snow Baron Snowmobile Club out here puts on this 160 plus acre event, not including all the farmers' fields around here where they park hundreds of thousands of cars, 40,000 plus people, swap meet, grass drags, you name it, you can find it out here. Plus an amazing group of people to come out and hang out and socialize with.
We love Terracross racing! Woo!
I see you're suited up in your race outfit with On Snow magazine. What's that all about?
I was fortunate enough to be the centerfold of On Snow magazine for the October edition. With the Rush Club, we're always in extreme outdoors, and I just can't wait to get out there just like I did on the ATV. That's the type of girl I am, so this is the perfect fit for me.
OSM Magazine and ATV World Magazine are one and the same, and that's who supports our Razor Terracross Championship program.
Joe, I want to thank you so much for allowing us at the Rush Club to be out here with you with Mystic Lubricants Terracross Championship here at Heydays 2012. Thank you so much, and what a rush.
Here's some of the events and shows that we're keeping an eye on at the Rush Club.
Okay, Teresa, I'm booking our boat with your boat club. I'm going to Google Lake Minnetonka to get some ideas on where to go after. It's awesome, yeah. Your boat club takes care of everything, so we can check out the shops after our day on the lake. Let's just make a day and a night of it.
It's time. Lock in your plans to make a day of it with your boat club at Lake Minnetonka. That's right, your boat club is the perfect match for fun and entertainment. 7 lakes, 7 communities, and your boat club has amazing variety and selection of new, Bennington top-of-the-line luxury pontoons, ski boats, and first-rate fishing boats from which to choose. Your boat club saves you money and time compared to ownership. Owning a boat can be a headache, but boating with your boat club isn't. So if you're looking for that perfect day for a special party, class reunion, girls or boys night out, you name it, it's simply hassle-free boating. Once you're a member with several levels to choose from, you simply go online, make a reservation for the type of boat you want, and with your choice of 7 lakes, there's always something new to enjoy on and off the water. Then it's time to do the town. One great way is to make a day of it and discover one of the surrounding Your Boat Club communities. Every Your Boat Club location has great dining, shopping, sights, and scenic R&R nearby, like Lake Minnetonka, the granddaddy of lake lifestyle in Minnesota. It boasts 14,528 acres of bays, channels, and open water to explore. Its 125 miles of shoreline reach many exciting and historical communities like Wayzata, just 11 miles west of Minneapolis. It has a number of specialty shops, boutiques, professional services, and restaurants like Sunsets, Blue Point, Maggie's, and Gianni's Steakhouse. Wayzata also claims some of the metro area's most prestigious addresses. Lake Minnetonka also includes the communities of Excelsior, Deep Haven, Orono, Minnetrista, and with no shortage of activities there as well. And no stop on the lake would be complete without a visit to Lord Fletcher's. No doubt about it, Lake Minnetonka is the ideal destination to explore the beauty and excitement of Minnesota. After you've spent a memorable day on the water and on the town, the only thing you need to remember is where you parked your car, because your boat club takes care of the rest. There's no gassing up the boat, no cleaning, no waiting to load out, no covering, and no towing your boat through rush hour. It is simply boating at its best. The Rush Club recommends hassle-free boating by Your Boat Club.
We're getting it done in a man's world. It's ahead on the Rush Club.
There's no place you'd rather be than here. Your Boat Club gets you out on the water better and more affordably. You're in the driver's seat with Your Boat Club. 70 boats, 7 locations, no hassles. Your Boat Club gives you the ease of online reservations. So relax, entertain, fish, or ski.
I love the convenience that we can just pop out and go out for a little bit.
Say goodbye to costly upkeep, repairs, cleaning, and boat insurance. Your Boat Club is simply the smartest way to boat. It's all yours at Your Boat Club. We're Minnesota Inboard Water Sports. Our mission is simple: the best boats, superior service, making a customer for life. New or used, Minnesota Inboard has an amazing selection, a metro and northern lake location. Family-owned Minnesota Inboard is proudly the Midwest's #1 dealer of direct drive inboards and the nation's top Malibu dealer. Only the latest water sports in our pro shop, and our service team is king. Enjoy the water like never before. The perfect boat awaits, soon to have a new Excelsior location at Minnesota Inboard.
We're the RV leaders in Minnesota, and Niemeyer Trailer Sales is ready to get you rolling. At Niemeyer Trailer Sales, we're family and building a customer bond since 1965. Our staff is dedicated to finding you the right RV and committed after the sale. We have Rockwood, Arctic Fox, Prowler, and Travelite. We have fifth wheels, travel trailers, campers, super service, and experience. Let us work for you online at Niemeyers.com or visit us in person. You'll see Niemeyers is the place to be.
We are here at the Academy in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, and I'm talking with MMA fighter Miss Katelyn Young. Katelyn, welcome to the Rush Club.
Hi, happy to be here.
This sport is just exploding, Katelyn. Tell me, what made you want to get into it?
Well, originally I started in Taekwondo when I was like 14 years old, and actually because I was getting in trouble and my mom forced me to do an activity. She said no to football, so Taekwondo was my second choice. I started competing in that. It kind of went from there. As soon as I was old enough to sign my own waiver, I started taking kickboxing fights, which was a little bit harder contact.
Right.
And then after being here at the Academy, I did Muay Thai for a couple years just as an amateur, and then I won an amateur belt, and they were like, hey, you should try MMA. So I started training for that. In October, it'll be 5 years since my debut.
Wow. Well, what's it like for women in this sport?
It's changed a lot. Originally, when I first started fighting, they'd make you do shorter rounds. You had to fight 3s instead of 5s, and the pay discrepancy is obviously there. But it's coming around, and more women are getting into it. So it's interesting because it's really been a huge transition.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about the last fight that you've been involved in?
Well, I'll tell you about the last few. I've been fighting for this new promotion called Invicta Fighting Championships, and what's great about them, it's an all-women's promotion, and they're run so well, so organized. It's been really nice being able to string fights together and stay active because you can kind of improve on your last performance as opposed to sitting there and going, oh, maybe I'll get another fight in the next year.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about the training that you have to go through?
Mixed martial arts is kind of a different animal because you're trying to be good at your stand-up. You're trying to be well-conditioned, so you're doing strength and conditioning, and you're trying to be good at wrestling, getting somebody to the ground or defending that, and then what you can do on the ground as far as not just jiu-jitsu, so that'd be submissions and control, but also striking on the ground, which is a whole different thing that's only seen really in MMA as far as competitive sport goes.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you think that diet plays a big role in the training?
Absolutely, because it is a weight class sport. So when you're training super hard, first of all, you need to eat for fuel rather than for taste, which isn't always the most fun thing.
Brown rice and veggies.
Exactly,
right?
and you're trying to, stay in good shape, but also you have to make a certain weight class. So even eating healthy, if you've agreed to fight at 135 or 125 or 145, you have to be able to make that.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Academy?
This is a great place. I've been here since my start in MMA and even Thai boxing. We really have a lot of experts kind of in every area. We have Muay Thai national champions, people that have fought all over the world. We've got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys that have won down in Brazil, doing great things here. And then we also have some really good wrestlers like the U of M. We have a lot of U of M wrestlers here, so it's a great place to be.
What do you like to do when you're not in the ring or training?
I'm a huge fan of stand-up comedy. I really don't have a ton of free time because I also manage a private personal training studio down in Uptown. It's called Custom Fitness. So I do that, and then, like I said, stand-up comedy. I'm kind of a documentary nerd, so I like watching docs a lot.
That's cool.
And I have a Chihuahua, so I like to spend time with him.
Hang out with the little guy.
Mm-hmm.
So Katelyn, these are what kind of gloves are they?
These are just standard MMA gloves. They're 4 ounces. They vary slightly in design, but they're pretty light. They don't do a lot to protect your hands, so when you're fighting, it's really important you have somebody who's a very good hand wrapper. I've had a couple of injuries not having good hand wraps.
Oh, okay. So do you tape up your hands then?
Yep, you do tape and gauze under these, typically, when you're fighting. And you can still grab in them, which is the important thing with MMA, with the wrestling.
Exactly.
Basically a knuckle covering. They don't do a lot to protect the other person or your own hands. It's not fair, you got bigger gloves.
That makes a good picture. This is the Rush Club.
If you're getting out on the boat, here's a Rush Club look at lake water temperatures, brought to us by Minnesota Inboard.
Hi, I'm Heather, and this is Heidi, and we're 2 chicks in a rod. And we're going to tell you what that means in a few minutes on the Rush Club.
Stop out to Admiral D's here on beautiful White Bear Lake. They've got great food, awesome drink specials, and be sure you go to their website, www.admiralds.com.
We're the RV leaders in Minnesota, and Niemeyer Trailer Sales is ready to get you rolling. At Niemeyer Trailer Sales, we're family and building a customer bond since 1965. Our staff is dedicated to finding you the right RV and committed after the sale. We have Rockwood, Arctic Fox, Prowler, and Travelite. We have fifth wheels, travel trailers, campers, super service, and experience. Let us work for you online at Niemeyers.com or visit us in person. You'll see Niemeyers is the place to be.
I'm Alex. Welcome to Bill's Gun Shop and Range.
Here at Bill's, we're all about safety. Basic to advanced handgun training to personal protection and home defense. Bill's leads the novice to enthusiast in hunting, sport, or range shooting. Bill's Gun Shop offers a combined 120 years of instructor experience and the Midwest's top showroom and gunsmith guidance. Thousands of products, an expert sales team, and 2 convenient metro locations. And coming soon to Hudson, you'll find it at Bill's Gun Shop and Range.
There's no place you'd rather be than here. Your Boat Club gets you out on the water better and more affordably. You're in the driver's seat with Your Boat Club. 70 boats, 7 locations, no hassles. Your Boat Club gives you the ease of online reservations. So relax, entertain, fish, or ski.
I love the convenience that we can just pop out and go out for a little bit.
Say goodbye to costly upkeep, repairs, cleaning, and boat insurance. Your Boat Club is simply the smartest way to boat. It's all yours at Your Boat Club.
Pro Power Sports is your one-stop shop for fun year-round. There's never been a better time to get out and play. Pro Power Sports and Marine has a great selection of all the top brands. Our service and support is always there for you, and we stand behind every sale. At Pro Power Sports and Marine, we love the outdoors just like you. New or used, ATV to snowmobile, dirt bike to boat, we'll capture your passion and you'll buy with confidence. And most importantly, have the time of your life. Serving you online 24 hours a day and from our Ramsey, Minnesota location. We're Pro Power Sports and Marine.
Here's one for you. Say you want to go fishing, Dad doesn't fish, Grandpa doesn't fish, what do you do? Thanks to these fabulous ladies here, they do all the work for you. Ladies, you're twochicksinarod.com. Tell us how you guys started this.
Well, we're sisters, number one, and we've got families who we both live on lakes and love to fish. And so the idea being we spend all this time and money and lots of effort and we don't catch anything. And so what are we doing wrong? Is really where it originated.
We decided that we're fishing for basics. We're going back to basics, asking Minnesotans, what works for you? How does it work? What do you use? Do you fish deep? Do you fish, shallow? So we're going back to basics to try to find out how to fish.
So what about your husbands? What do they say about this?
They're not
teaching them
fishermen.
too?
Well, they're not fishermen, no. And
No?
at first they were just, as the kids were kind of giggling about it, thinking, you guys are crazy, you're not going to do this. But we decided, we're going to give it a whirl. And you know what? At the end of the day, if we learn how to fish and we become better anglers, it's just now they're super supportive, very supportive.
And if we help the general, public. I've had so many friends come up to me and they want to go fishing with us, and we're not professionals. We don't claim to be at all. We're just trying to be the conduit between the professional or even the experienced fishermen to find out what are those tips, because you watch TV and those shows are so fun to watch because they're reeling in those huge fish, and they've got all the fancy equipment. But it's like, how do we just drill that down and make it real?
Right, because you get a little lost watching those shows. If you don't know the basics, you get a little lost.
Exactly. Well, you guys have been out on the water with a few professionals.
Yep. It's been a lot of fun.
Some crappie fishing, which I think that crappie fishing, there's nothing like it, because the first waiting, if it was such an early spring this year, kind of waiting to get on the lake, and that crappie when you first pull those first few in, it's really fun. And we were at the Governor's Opener as well.
So we actually had a host boat, which was a ton of fun. So it was the two of us with about 160 guys that were all
get out
the
there,
only
ladies.
two.
We need you out there.
How do people get a hold of you guys, other than your website?
Two Chicks and a Rod. We have a Facebook page, Two Chicks and a Rod. Just contact us, like us on Facebook. We have a fishing fan photos, so send us your fishing photo of you and your great catch. And we love to hear from people. We love to get tips, so we do have a tip section on our Facebook. Give us what works for you.
And if you've got ideas for places that, if you want to go fishing, we'd love to do some unique river fishing, or, maybe there's a tournament. We love showing up at tournaments. So if you know of a great tournament, send us an email.
Take us fishing.
Yeah.
Take us fishing with you.
You're next. We're taking you out next. You're taking us out.
Yeah.
You can learn more about us at The Rush Club by visiting our website. It's therushclub.com. We'll share upcoming events, our bios, and fun little facts about us. Hey, if you have a story suggestion, it's all at our fingertips, so let us know. We're also on Facebook, so friend us there too. Once again, we're at therushclub.com. What a rush! So that's it for this week. Thanks again to Admiral D's for having us. Be sure to check out our website at www.therushclub.com. And until next time, have a great weekend. I'm Teresa Petrie, your host. Get out and enjoy the rush.